I do like that opening. Like, if you consider, like, where the Metroid franchise was at the time, to actually start your... Holy shit. Have I played this before, do you think? To actually start the game with a cutscene like that is... Well, it's a bold choice, but then I would say a bold choice pretty much summarizes all of Metroid 4. Because this is a bit of a divisive game. Like, as the Metroid franchise goes, there aren't really that many games that split the fandom, like, that much. But I would say that Metroid 4 is probably the biggest one. Like, most people agree that, like, Other M sucks. Most people are pretty, you know, they enjoy the Prime trilogy. They sort of agree that Metroid 1 is a little past its prime, as with Metroid 2, really. Everybody loves Metroid 3. Zero Mission's really good. But, like, 4 is the one where there are people who really fucking hate this game. Like, there are people who will absolutely die on the hill of this is the worst game in the franchise. Although, then you usually bring up Other M and they say, okay, second worst. But there are people who hate this game. Personally, I love it. I mean, this was the second Metroid game I ever played. Alright, let's see. Let's get into this. There we go. Let's see if we can remember what all the buttons are. That's not the correct button. Once again, pressing the back button. Let's do it. Okay, so yeah, Metroid 4, huh? I've been assigned to watch over the biologic research team. So I once again found myself on the surface of SR-388. Nom 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 nom. Considering she's supposed to capture shit, why does she just blow it up with a missile? I mean, she's supposed to be helping a research team. I don't know. It was there that I was attacked by a life form I had never encountered before. Maybe that's just what Samus does, just walks into a room and just starts killing things. It was only later that I learned the identity of my attacker. A parasitic organism we now know as X. Because the naming department was taking a day off on that particular day, apparently. Unaware of my condition, I was returning to the station when disaster struck. I love how they added that room in AM2R. Yeah, that was a wonderful bit of fan service. Once yet X had infested my central nervous system, I lost consciousness. My ship drifted into an asteroid belt. It'll be interesting to see what role the X play in Dread, because we know there are definitely X in Dread. But are they going to play a big role or a small role? I don't know. The ship's emergency systems automatically ejected the escape pod before impact. Biologics vessels recovered it and transported me to the Galactic Federation headquarters. Which, again, very stupid thing to do to someone who is infected with the most dangerous disease on, you know, like, known. However, during the journey, the X multiplied within me, corrupting large areas of my power suit. Then it came to light that the organic components of my power suit had been so integrated in my systems that it could not be removed while I was unconscious. Large portions of my suit had to be surgically removed, dramatically altering my physical appearance. However, the X in my central nervous system were too embedded to be removed safely. I was given a minimal chance of recovery. Yes, and they just happened to have some, you know, Metroid DNA. It was in a drawer, you know, someone left it at the back of a freezer somewhere and they completely forgot about it. Happens all the time. I mean, if, you know, if pot of smallpox can get left at the back of a freezer somewhere, then someone found a cure. They proposed using a Metroid cell to make an anti-X vaccine. It seems that the Federation had managed to preserve the cell culture from the last infant Metroid from SR-388. Which, again, like, the Metroid was on Ceres Station, Like, there is barely any time between Samus dropping off the Metroid and the pirates attacking. So, like, they must have put that in, like, speedy mail delivery or something like that. Serum was prepared and injected without delay. Is the vaccine approved by the FDA? Apparently not. The X Parasites were immediately completely destroyed. I hope the Chozo themselves don't actually call it the X. They probably will. In fact, I'm pretty sure they refer to it as X in the manga. Although that might be just like a convenience of writing thing. More than them, that's what they actually call it. It's just like, yeah, they refer to it as the X because that's what it was called here, so they're just going to call it the same thing for, you know, ease of understanding, I guess. I don't know. As for me, one life ended. Yet, I survived. Reborn as something different. Pondering this fact, I realize I owe the Metroid hatchling my life twice over. We'll soon be arriving at the BSL research station. I must prepare for docking. The ship's computer has notified me of our approach to the Biologic Space Lab's BSL research station. During the surgery, the research team sent the last batch of creatures we captured there, as well as the infected pieces of my parasuit. After regaining consciousness, I learned that an unexplained explosion rocked the station. For some reason, this evoked a nameless fear in my heart. And now, I'm being sent there to investigate. My mission on the BSL station will be overseen by my new ship's computer. Following the commands of this blunt, computerized CO is something I have to bear. It was a condition for my taking the ship. For someone who dislikes taking orders, this is the second time I found myself having to do so. It makes me recall my other CO, which I'm sure won't come up at all throughout the entire rest of the game. It's fine. We're in. Feels good to be back. Been a long time since I played this one. In fact, you'll notice I'm saying that about most Metroid games. I haven't actually played through the Metroid series in a very, very, very long time, which is kind of one of the reasons why I decided to do this, because why the fuck not, right? There's been an explosion in the quarantine bay. Bay currently stores capsules containing recent samples from SR-388, as well as parts of your suits infected by the X Parasite. Cause of the explosion as yet unclear. Investigate. Quarantine bay there. Move quickly and quietly. You're still unable to use most of your latent abilities. Don't forget about that, Samus. Stop at the navigation room on the way. I'll link from there. Go to the quarantine bay. Alright. Not against Adam in concept, just execution. I think the problem you've got, and I think one of the reasons why Fusion, and to an extent Zero Mission actually, are so hand-holding, is because it's a handheld game, ironically enough. And I think the point is they wanted you to be able to have the ability to know what the fuck you've got to do every step of the way. Because if you play the game for a bit and then have to put it down for like a week, you're going to be lost when you come back, you know? Quarantine bays ahead. Fire signs are confirmed. Be careful. It's the same reason you had the objective markers in Zero Mission, but you know, to a lesser extent. It'd be interesting to see what kind of role he plays in Dread. Because of course, like, of all of the Metroid games that I've been playing, this is the one that is mostly going to tie directly to Dread. Because, like, in a way, Fusion's sort of a very soft retcon of the series. Because it completely, you know, you have a new enemy, you've got a new ship, Samus herself is different. It is kind of a soft retcon, but very, very, very soft, you know? This is unfortunate news. The specimens brought back by the field team were infected by X Parasites. The X can mimic its prey. Any specimen could have been hosted to it. Before the explosion, security sensors scanned one. The gelatinous X Parasite invade and rapidly reproduce, killing the host creature. They also absorb DNA, use it to mimic the host. You were almost killed by an X infection. Only the Metroid vaccine saved your life. It seems the Metroids were the main predators of the X. That's why the vaccine works so quickly and so well. But it's also changed your cellular makeup. You will never be infected by an X again. In fact, you can now absorb any free-floating X Parasite without a host by merely touching them. This will allow you to replenish health and restore weapons. And you may also restore latent abilities this way, so pursue freely X Parasites whenever you possibly can. This station is home to many species, some violent ones. Let's keep the X out of the breeding environments at all costs. This is vital, Samus. And we're detecting massive biosigns in this region. The X are gathering. So maybe our chance to exterminate them. With your only 10% battle capacity, your chance of survival is extremely low. Federation needs you alive and on duty, Samus. Is your objective clear? Yes. Now get going. I've released the locks on level 0 hatches. Look for them. Knowing Samus someone to find makes sense. Even more so if it's her ship. Bounty hunter ship relationship is kind of a standard trope. Samus ship is probably the one of the iconic parts of the series, outside the various suits. And the Metroids, of course. Of course. I've received news from HQ. They can support you with downloadable weapon data. Once you have this data, you'll be able to use missiles. It will help you against some enemies your beams can't hurt. Head for the data room for the download. The data room is up here. Yes. Yes, it is. It shows your chance of survival climbs to 20%. Wow. That's good. The computer reminds me of a gruff Federation CO I served under named Adam Malkovich. He called me Lady on missions. Anyone else would have sounded sarcastic. But Adam always made it sound dignified. Out of respect and with some irony, I named the computer after him. Sometimes foreshadowing is relatively obvious. Uh-oh. Power's out. Electrical interference has knocked out the elevators on the main deck. This may be related to the X. I'll work on it. As for you, try to find another way to the target. The location is here. Reading huge biosigns, so I hope your missiles work. Your low missiles, you can use a recharge room or absorb a special type of X Parasite. You'll see them. Try it out. Now, find a way to the target. Blah, 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 blah. Considering she saved Adam's mind herself, shouldn't it be even more obvious? Did she save Adam's mind? I don't know. Maybe. Hey. Ending with the RAM, she says his helmet, which I was assuming just kind of connected a neural backup or something. Wait, is that why she went back for the helmet? I always thought the helmet was just like a keepsake. Like it wasn't the fact that, oh, his brain is in this, it was more so over of just... It was just like his helmet, you know, it's the only thing left of him after he, you know, stupidly sacrificed himself. I need to get around to rewriting other M. Sorted. Morph Ball. Again. Every fucking game. Right. The game starts out pretty gruesomely. You're basically killing infected zombie scientists. Yeah, actually, it's pretty brutal, all things considered, this game. It's actually one of the darkest games in the whole series, if you think about it. I mean, the Metroid series in and of itself is pretty dark anyway, but just in general. Because you're just considering everything that happens here. Samus, as I feared, the breeding environments have been invaded by X Parasites. Sector 1, SRX, showed several abnormalities on biosensors. Sector 1 is a simulation of SR388 ecosystem. To get there, take the main elevator to access shafts. You can use elevator 1. Okay, not sure, but I think that whoever allowed the X into the environment may also be linked to the earlier explosion. At least by this point they'd worked out they didn't need the full jingle for every single fucking upgrade. Come on. Hi. All things considered, I really hope the Emmys are not annoying in Dread. You know, running around, chasing after you all the time. That could get annoying. Like, dread at first, and then annoyance. I guess we'll see. Sector 1, SRX. The main elevator leading to the access shaft has been severely damaged. Totally unusable for some time, unfortunately. Some unknown agent is at work. Something very powerful, certainly not human. Report when I know more. Now, listen closely. The X in Sector 1 have invaded the atmospheric stabilizers. They must want to alter the environment to their needs. They are already reproducing. Clear all 5 atmospheric stabilizers to stop them. Alright. You know, it's a funny thing, actually, that he's all like, oh, the X must be changing the environment to suit them, but they literally come from, you know, SR388, so shouldn't the natural SR388 environment suit them? I don't know. I don't know, it's weird. Also, they make a big deal about it at one point, where they're like, oh, I bet you had your suspicions about our secret Metroid breeding program after you saw, Sector 1, which looks just like SR388. But I'm like, well, why would that be suspicious? You've literally got creatures from SR388 up here. Surely you'd want them to feel comfortable and at home. Why would that be weird? I don't know, I always thought that was a little, off. Ah. Come on. Metroid is so dark and unrealistic. I mean, this one is about trying to contain the infectious virus from the control population. When quarantine is ineffective, it has no relevance in today's society. Shh! We don't talk about shit like that. I mean, we demonstrably do, but... Hang on, yeah, that's... And evidence that the space pirates are here, because of course they are. In surprisingly small numbers, actually. Like, they're not really all over the place, it's just a few areas where there are space pirates. Nice. Nice. You like how Fusion sort of mirrors Return of Samus in the same way Super Metroid mirrors Zero Mission? I guess. Kinda, maybe. Nice. It's added very much like that Prime gives us new planets and more world building. True. After all, how often can you return to the same environments? Well, not that often, because Samus keeps blowing up all the planets. Well, at least I got the charge beam, that's something. Three. Sweet Castlevania. Hello, Tom. It's the not Castlevania game. Nice. How do I already have 3 health upgrades? Because I know where they all are. The Castle Droid game. Shut up. We don't use Metroidvania anymore, it's search action. The legally accepted term. Atmospheric stabilizers online. The many X have already made it to other sectors, it seems. In particular, Sector 2, tropical habitat, shows abnormalities. I suspect the X entered this sector with the help of our unseen saboteur. Samus, get over there. We need to put an end to this. Yes. It's not moving. I'll brief you at the navigation room. Yes, of course. As I listened to the briefing, my thoughts turned to Adam. The real Adam understood me well. He would end orders by saying, "Any objections, lady?" He knew I wouldn't disagree. That was just his way of noting our trust. I wonder if I can trust this computer, too. What was my end time for Super Metroid? I think it was like 250 or something like that. It's like 251. Not my best time, but I got under 3 hours, so I was quite happy with it. Adam didn't understand you. He made you enter a lava area with no parry suit. Yes, he did. That's because other M is fucking stupid. Learn the identity of a mysterious saboteur. Samus, it's an X mimicking you. No shit. This was very obvious even before the big reveal. They named it the Sax. I believe the Sax came from the capsule containing their infected suit parts. Used a power bomb to escape the quarantine bay. The explosion breached the capsule containing all the X that started this disaster. All things considered, the Sax is quite lucky that it had a power bomb, because I spent at least 10 minutes the other day trying to get a fucking power bomb drop. So honestly, the Sax is quite lucky at that. So yeah. But the Sax is definitely our biggest worry right now. The Sax is mimicking you at full power. You can't face it. If you see the Sax, just run. Don't think about fighting. You're still very vulnerable to cold, an unexpected side effect of the Metroid vaccine. Like Metroids, you can be frozen by an ice beam. Of course, the Sax is armed with the ice beam. Stay away. If you see it, just run. HQ said they have bomb data ready in the data room. Bombs will help you find a way out of the Sax traps. Data room is here, but it's sealed by the level 1 hatch. You'll have to find the security room and release the level 1 locks. But, per safety protocols, it's not marked on the map. You'll have to find it on your own somehow, Samus. So, first find the security room and unlock level 1 hatches. Then go to the data room and get that bomb data. Yes. Keep an eye out for the Sax. Written by other M, Adam neither liked or cared about Samus. I guess it's difficult because, like, military people and all that stuff. He cared about everyone, but he was also a trained officer. Didn't have to worry about keeping them all alive. He knew she could take care of herself. Yeah, that's true. Let's get some blue on. Okay. Ah. They're annoying now as giant bloody caterpillars, and they're even more annoying later when they fully hatch into bugs. Balls. And another giant explosion, because of course. I will say, the footsteps are great. The fact that the sax is always, you know, highlighted by those footsteps it's a very creepy effect. So creepy that the Resident Evil 2 remake outright copied it. With Mr. X. They really like X things in fucking video games, don't they? So bloody unoriginal. Save point in there. Where's the save point in here? No, save point's in here. Damn it, I'm getting my order the wrong way. Cell tanks, Metal Slug X, Mega Man X. Yeah, and they're not even like the 10th game in the series, so you know, what the fuck. And down. Well, I need to help top up a bit. Just a little bit. That'll do it. The X is for extreme. Oh. I wouldn't say there's anything extreme about the X in this game. Definitely not. I remember the first time I ever played this game, I genuinely didn't know that that was how you were supposed to get over that jump. Because it's not exactly the most obvious thing in the world, let's be honest. In fact, I'd say it's extremely unobvious. You're just supposed to guess that there's something there that you can just reveal. How are you supposed to work that out? Oh, that's the wrong way. Wait, hang on. Was it this way? Nope, that ain't the right way either, I'm sure of it. Now that just leads to the dead end. Oh no, wait, hang on. You see, my memory of not having played this game in such a long time is really fucking me over right now. It's this way, isn't it? Come on, eyeball. Alright, next boss. Hello. Damn it, missed. That's more like it. Damn it. Missing. Ah! What is this thing supposed to be? I don't know. A giant living parachute, I guess? There it is. Ooh, watch out now. Gotcha. High jump and jump ball. Kind of looks like a bacteriophage. Look how it's the coronavirus. Oh boy. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if these creatures really were based on the structure of the viruses. It wouldn't be a complete surprise, at least in terms of like basic designs or something. Nice and creepy. Probably the closest this series ever got to full-on horror, I think. Although I guess we'll see what Dread ends up bringing out. Makes about as much sense as light worshipping aliens that look like moths. Come on, you can do it. Nice. So you have to come back later. I don't know, Luminoth seemed like another cool addition to the Metroid universe. And at least it's a race that isn't the fucking Chozo. Everything comes down to the Chozo in this series a little too much. You know? I get it, because like the Chozo created the Metroid, so it's all sort of interconnected in that way, but at least it's not the fucking Chozo. If memory serves, isn't there? Is it in here? Oh, where's that room I'm thinking of? There's a room around here, isn't there? Am I misremembering that? Hang on a second. No, I might be misremembering that, actually. Although, I think there is a room somewhere around here that I'm supposed to be able to get into. Or again, am I... I'm probably misremembering that again. Chozo were also BFFs with a lot of other races. Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, the Chozo were around for a good long while before they eventually went extinct. Oh no, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I was. I knew there was something where you could go through a wall and get an item or something like that. In fact, doesn't the Luminoth guy Umos actually mention that they had a friendship with the Chozo or something like that? I'm sure they do. I'm sure that's a thing that gets mentioned at some point. The one in here if you jump very carefully. Oops, too far. Come on, you can just the right angle. It's supposed to be impossible to jump over. It's not. Just difficult. You gotta get just the right angle to be able to get over it. Or you can just come back later. Like you got the ice beam. No, the ice missiles even, sorry. Get it right. Samus, we've got trouble. Releasing the security locks may have been a bad idea. The Sax has invaded water environment in Sector 4. Several thousand X. With the blue hatches active, the Sax slipped in easily. Creature in the system in Sector 4 already showing multiple irregularities. Currently investigating. Brief you in the navigation room. Sector 4. At least they didn't do 1, 2, 3, 4. It was 1, 2, 4, 3. So that's a little nice, I guess. The Sax. An enemy with my strongest abilities. But does it have reason? Probably not. It's just a killing machine. In my current state, I can't face it head on. Sax is me, only heartless. I must stop it before it learns its potential and threatens the universe. Sax and violence. Sax, drums, and rock and roll. Alright. Sector are taking more damage than expected. I knew the X were powerful and destructive, but still, this seems to be purposeful. We certainly can't rule out the possibility that the Sax has a high degree of intelligence. I find the X fascinating, especially the Sax. But I digress. The sector is home to a very large creature the researchers called Ceres. And it is capable of moving and attacking at ultra-high speeds. More seamless and widespread destruction here may be attributed to Ceres. No doubt the Sax release it, but I can't be sure why yet. Ceres has returned often to the breeding tank here. Its natural behavior must be to go back to it periodically. It's a valuable specimen, but you have been authorized to terminate it. If you don't, it may invade other sectors. Okay, while you're moving, be careful. Some broken power nodes have electrified the water. We can't cut the power. Doing so would affect the whole station adversely. If you touch the water, you're re-electrocuted. Conserve energy as you go. Shocking. Alright. See how much of this I can remember. I will say, I do like the touch that they actually bothered to have like chains holding these blocks up rather than just have random floating blocks of doom, as you know had in previous games and whatnot. Isn't there? Oh, that's a safe point. There's somewhere around here there's an item I can get, I'm sure of it. Ah, it's been so long, my memory is literally dying on me right now. Yeah, that one. We can get to the other one too. Damned if I can remember how or where. You know, it's really weird because I think like a subconscious part of my brain remembers what I need to do, but I don't consciously remember it, so I'm actually doing things before I realize why I'm doing them. That is a very, very, very odd place to be in mentally. You know, for the record. I want to say go along here. I think there's a energy tank. Whoops. Get out of that corner. Oh, for goodness sake. Okay then, well, it's just gone 5, so we're going to pause, and we're going to take a quick break. And when we get back, we'll keep going, and I guess we'll just see how well my memory actually does at this point. Because I don't know. So we'll see. Anyway, back in a minute, guys. And we're back. Okay then, right, so we still got to go off, and... you mind? Honestly. Yes. Yep, up. Gotta wait a while before we can start running around underwater, of course. No. Yes. That's right. Yes, it is that, isn't it? That's why I said to myself, I gotta go that way. And my brain was like, you gotta go that way. And I was like, no, I don't. I should just listen to my brain. It's right 9 times out of 10. I also love how the map screen has the boss icon for this room. But then there's no boss. The boss is elsewhere. It makes you think, wait, is Ceres dead? What killed it? It turns out it is Ceres, it's just an X version of it. Ow. God damn it, come on. Alright, let's get this over with. Stop it. Damn it. Come on, you. The fun thing about Fusion is lots of cool new bosses. That is true. Like a lot of fun new bosses. Feeling the need for speed, I think. Oh, that's right. I usually get them now, don't I? That's why. Oh well. I already said I'm not bothering to go for under 2 hours. I need to practice the game a lot more than that, and as I say, going back in with only half a memory of what the hell's going on in any given moment, yeah. Definitely not going to get under 2 hours. Not even going to bother trying. But I will play to have fun. Hey. Excellent. Okay, so how are we getting on? No, wait, there was something up there. Just remembered. I think I missed something. Is there a... There it is. Good enough. It's a missile tank, I'll take it. Regular missiles are a lot more useful in this game versus super missiles because they're like the same thing. Super missiles is just an upgrade to regular missiles. Got all that. Yeah, that's about all we can do for now until we come back later. So Samus has been infected by the X2. Well, as a result, she recovered another ability. At this rate, you may be able to face the Sax yet. That's still a long ways off. HQ has more important data. This time, it's missile upgrade data. You desperately need this. The data room here is sealed with a level 4 lock, the highest security level. Let's avoid opening sensitive areas until it's necessary. Also, the route to the data room in Sector 2 is blocked by still more Sax activity. I note a deliberate activity pattern, as if it's blocking your recovery intentionally. Samus, looks like your best option for this download is Sector 3. You will find the data room in your map how to use navigation in there. Yep. Rough. And another nap room. Thankfully, the X have not invaded this area yet. The data room here is sealed by another security hatch. In order to download, you must find the security room here and activate the level 2 hatches. This may allow the Sax and X Parasites into the area, but we are left with no choice. Your recovery is our main goal. The data room is here. As explained, security rooms can be shown on the map. Cannot be shown on the map. Be careful, Samus, you will see very violent organisms here. Avoid the alternated areas, your suit can't take such high temperatures yet, but we are working on it. Level 2 hatches are green, release a lot of proceeds with air. Super missiles! Yay! I like how it said your firepower will triple, but actually a super missile is supposed to be 5 times stronger than a regular missile, so... No hot tricky areas on the road route, yeah. Because like in Super Metroid, it was 5 missiles or 1 super missile in order to unlock a pink door. Where am I going? Ah, yes. No, actually, I think we need a full run. I don't think the weapons scale linearly. Shush. Or it's just entirely possible that the GF version of a super missile isn't as powerful as a Chozo version of a super missile, you know? Alright. Yeah, I was gonna say power bombs through there, wasn't it? Here we had the, well, it used to be the unavoidable missile tank. I happen to know that. For speedrunners, it was the one missile tank they simply couldn't avoid using, or collecting, I should say. And except someone did find a way through. I don't remember the specifics, but I remember reading about it. It was like a big... It's one of those ones you need, like, pixel perfect movement to do, like tool assisted only, but even so. Time to go super. Oh dear, that didn't sound good. And they blocked off the door, because of course they did. Yeah, we'll deal with you in a minute. So many missiles, so little time. I believe the missile tank is named Lloyd. What? There we go. Speedrunners often name infamous NPCs or objects. Oh. Oh, you mean the unmissable missile tank is called Void. That's weird. There we go. Well, that took a bit of practice to get back into. Notchville in Doom 2 they named Barney because he unlocks a door full. Yeah, good enough. Come on, I did it a second ago. I forget, actually, was I? Actually, yeah, I was. Almost forgot about that one. There it is. I think you can probably get that one normally anyway, but screw it. Whoop. Look at me in all my glowing glory. I see you encountered a rogue security robot. You may destroy it if you meet it again. Your safety is vital. Now it makes you wonder, like, considering the size of that damn thing, how effective it would be as a security robot. It, you know, seems like one of those things that could probably only go into certain rooms. I don't know, it seems kind of useless. You'd think security robots would be smaller so they could get around quicker. I don't know. But as to your brief, level 2 security locks are released, so sectors 5 and 6 are open. That means those sectors have likely been infiltrated by the X. They are much harder to stop than we initially suspected. Sector 5 is Sub-Zero. You're still susceptible to cold and vaccine side effects, so you'll take damage if you even set foot there. Avoid Sector 5 for now, but in the meantime, HQ is working on data to adjust your suit for extreme temperatures. Once we have the transmission, you can download it. The X have destroyed all the data rooms you have used so far. I no longer doubt the capacity for critical thought. You have to use the data room in the night habitat, Sector 6. Go to Sector 6 and access the navigation room there. Will do. It's very much more dangerous than we know. And we're off. Looked up the name of the Archville. His name is Bob. That's a good enough as any. Does Samus suspect anything? No, I do not think so. Good. Monitor her closely. Affirmative. Out. Mysterious. Doesn't come to anything in the end. Like, at all. I mean, based on what appears to be going on in Dread, it looks like Samus hasn't in any way had any form of disciplinary action for what happened here. Oh, Bob was the missile tank, right. You said his name was Lloyd. No, Bob. Fair enough. Bob's a good name. The various suit data is here. Data is here from HQ, ready to download. Get moving to the data room. But there's a problem. The X from the Sub-Zero sector, and they've been changed by the cold. Once you download the various suit modifications, you'll be out of danger. Just be extremely careful until then. Have I ever gotten the secret message? No, I've never been that good at the speed, the shine sparking in this game. I've tried a couple of times, but I don't care. I've seen video of it. It's nothing special. The updated room is here. Remember to avoid the blue X. Use your beam to stun them. Get by if you want. Yes. Careful, they're actively hunting you now. This area is very dark. Proceed with caution. Now, I never cared enough to bother getting the secret message. As I said, it's not like you get anything for it. It's just a case of, oh, you did the thing. Well, good for you. It doesn't reveal anything extra. It's just a sort of an Easter egg more than anything else. I mean, it's fun, I guess, if you can get it, but as I said, I was never quite good enough to get that. But, yeah. Remember I had for years in my head an idea that, like, Metroid 5 would actually be about Samus on the run from the Galactic Federation, but obviously with 5 now officially coming out, that's obviously not a thing. Where are we going? I don't even remember. This way. Was there... No, I think I'm thinking of another room. Am I thinking of another room? I might be thinking of another room. Metroid Fission? I never really had a name for it, I just had a vague general idea of what the plot would be in my head. Because I mean, it's like, hey, you're not gonna... Oh no, I know there is a fake energy tank in this game somewhere, I don't remember where it is. Ah, yes. If you stand right at the end, you don't get hit. Obviously, you really want to avoid it. Go away, please. Oh, door's open. Okay, we're good. Save point. No, nothing on there. Ah yes, this is the corner I was thinking of. How much damage does it do? What? The SAX or the power bomb? Because honestly, the power bomb I don't remember. You stole my upgrade. You're 62. I literally don't actually remember. It hurts you a bit. It probably does like one energy tank. I think you'd have to look that up if you're that curious about it, because I, honest to God, don't remember. It's been years since I ever bothered taking a hit from that. I mean, why would I, right? Nice. And now we go yellow. Because I guess that's a thing. Right. No, that's right, we do need to go in there from above, don't we? Yeah, I remember now. I love how they try to infect you for a bit. And then... I think it's... yeah, the last one in the area realizes what's going on and ducks out. And I'm like, that's really cool attention to detail. I quite like that. Because it would, you know, eventually they'd learn to avoid you. And they do. Because they're smart. Sort of. But yeah, it's always the last one. Like, as you're climbing up the thing, they all try to attack you. And you're like, yeah, thank you. You're healing me. And then the last one is like, actually, I'm out of here. And then after that, they all run away from you. Which, again, as I say, I always thought that was very funny. Right. Of course. I like that they recontextualize the fact that the various suit protects against cold as well as heat. Well, it makes sense. It just protects against extreme temperatures, and cold is a part of that. Although it's worth pointing out, of course, it was really the gravity suit that protected against really extreme heat. With the lava and all that stuff. Which was always weird to me. As are those things, like the fake items. What the fuck is up with those? It's like this game's version of a mimic. But there's literally two in the entire game. One for that missile tank and one for an energy tank that shows up later. But that's it. Now, the Metroid universe has mimics, and they show up in one game. Got the various suit. How did X download the various suit data? Doesn't seem to make any sense at all, unless the X have the ability to process data organically. At any rate, you have the various suit data. Now you'll be protected from extreme temperatures. More importantly, the sacks will no longer be able to freeze you. You can escape easier. But you're still too weak. That thing is far too powerful. Currently have no way of damaging it. But my simulations indicate that a penetrating weapon, like the plasma beam, might work. Developing modification data will take HQ some time, though. There's also a chance you may be able to restore your plasma beam by absorbing a large core X, as you did with the charge beam functionality. As for restoring ice beam, your current receptor makeup would reject that, therefore HQ is developing an ice missile. It will be freezing effect to your missiles. It will help. Go to Sector 5 Arc. Iron Nearson, which is an X. Mimic using a missile tank and not a mimic creature. I mean, same thing, really. A mimic is a creature that, well, copies the look of a chest in the hope of, you know, luring in an unwary traveler. And so, you know, that creature does exactly the same thing. It's just, you'd think there'd be more of them. Like, you'd think the whole map would be full of them. But it's not. There's literally two. But oh well. You need to download data for the ice missile upgrade, but as you might expect, the data room here is secured. The level 3 security hatches are yellow. Release security lock and download the data as usual. Experiment with these powerful new missiles, they will be helpful. Yes! Yeah, what you gotta do? Go to it. Yes, Dad. Make another bad decision by opening even more locks. And I'm sure that possibly won't unleash some horrible nightmare creature to fight later on. That'll do it. Whew. That was close. No, hang on, is it? No, it's not this way, it's the other way. Down. Nice. I do remember that the way the upgrades in this game are programmed is actually kind of weird, because obviously not all of the upgrades in the game are taken directly from like item pickups. What they actually did is they hard-coded the order in which you unlock things in this game, and that actually includes the door unlocks. So you will always get missiles first. You will then always get hang on, where am I going? Right, yes. Then you will always get the morph ball after that. So you will always go through the same order of events in terms of acquiring items and unlocking doors and all that stuff. And it's actually one of the reasons why this game is not modded as much as other games in the series, because you can't change the order of items at all. As I said, it's like hard-coded into the game for some reason. As I said, I think it's because some items you get are from other places in that regard. I'm misremembering that. Is it? No, it's further down, isn't it? Yeah, here we go. Maybe there was some way to go this way. And there's the fake energy tank. I like how that's one you can only work out if you're actually patient when it comes to killing enemies. Because if you automatically just run around and collect everything that, enemies drop, you'll never find out about that one. And it's such a clever little puzzle. Same with this one, actually. You can kill that. Although, actually, I think this one's Just always do the thing. Boom. Excellent. And we're back here again. Nice. There it is. There's the nightmare. Still have no idea what the fuck the nightmare is, but at least here it's just a thing on board a, you know, research place. It could be here for any number of reasons. There's literally no reason for it to be another M at all. Okay, where is it? I know it's... there it is. I knew it was in a corner somewhere.
Emergency in sector
Oh yeah.
3. Emergency in sector 3.
I think there's an emergency in sector 3.
Emergency in sector
I'm sort of getting that vibe all of a sudden, you know? Whoop.
Emergency in sector 3.
Emergency in sector 3. I know! Okay, it seems the main boiler's cooling unit is malfunctioning. This could easily destroy the entire research station. It would likely trigger the auto-destruct explosives. We have about 6 minutes. Hurry, sector 3, and access the control room to the side of the main boiler room. No decision PR on down because of this. Again, we know who's to blame. The Sax must have hacked into the system's control file. What impressive intelligence. Alright, we're off.
6 minutes to main boiler explosion.
Oh dear. Too far. Down we go. Yes, I know, thank you. You don't need to keep reminding me. Come on. Fine, we'll do it the hard way. That one we can do that way. I know. Alright. Oi, quit it. Damn it. Wide beam. Otherwise known as the Spazer. I don't know why they changed the name of it. It does exactly the same fucking thing. And relax. Right, well, that was an event. Well, now we can get the hell out of here. Well, in theory. Technically speaking, there is an item I can get, but it's right at the bottom of the lava pit, and it's virtually impossible to get at this point because, you know, lava slows you down. It's actually down there. But I can't get to it yet. I'd prefer to come back with the gravity suit. Whoop. Yeah. While I'm here... Nice. Now, of course, we go out the same way we came out last time. Yeah, man, up we go. And now, we can destroy you. Perfect. Top up. Oh, actually, I thought I had more missiles than that, but whatever. The X crew member. It all makes sense now. The X can absorb the memories and knowledge of their prey. An astounding finding. HQ was very impressed. Don't you find it strange? This could have destroyed the station with the X-Net, not to mention the sacks. Unusual for a self-preserving species like the X, unless your presence is an even greater threat. A threat to the existence of X elsewhere. This is only a hypothesis. Perhaps their survival instinct is in conflict with their newly borrowed intelligence. Don't let your guard down yet. The X are still a threat. Samus, I see biosigns in the habitation deck. The infected crewman you saw had survived until recently. Maybe there's a chance. Signs emanate from here. Yes, okay. Turn and look for any survivors. Yep. Okay. So we got you. Don't understand why the X would want to blow up the spaceship. Well, Adam sort of touches upon it when he says, like, you know, I think, you know, the X just wanted to destroy Samus because, you know, Samus herself is a threat to X, well, you know, everywhere, not just up here on the space station. It's, I don't know, maybe... I mean, it's as good a hypothesis as any. Yeah. And look who it is. Hello, guys. Three little blue guys, and a big bird with a little bird. We're off. And that was it. That was the whole thing. Itakuns and Dakoras. I've met these intelligent beings before. They seem to recognize me as well. How unusual to meet again here. In the past, they've helped me unleash abilities I didn't even know I had. But where did they run to? I hope they're safe. You see, that's the line that sort of vaguely implies they're the same ones from last time. Maybe. So the survivors were not human, most unfortunate. We can now confirm the deaths of all crew members. I imagine this was the case, but I had hoped it wasn't so. I believe the X only infested the humans for knowledge. That form is too weak for battle. I'm sure the others were merely food for the X. Samus, I think they are evolving, growing stronger. Some are now resistant to your current weapons. HQ anticipated this and sent powerbomb data as soon as the hardware team finished it. Is your objective clear? Download it immediately. Our choice of data rooms is limited to the one in Sector 5. Go. Now. Sector 5 it is. I remember that one was there. And down we go. Excellent. Okay, so I think that this feels like a very good place to stop for now. We've done a good chunk of this game. I think it's about half-ish, maybe. I don't know. I'm never exactly sure how long, but we're into it in a pretty decent way. So we'll have to stop for here for now because I'm out of time for today. Hey, there we go. Okay. Didn't know the UK version added this title demo. It's not in the US release. If your emulator has shader option, I recommend turning on Game Boy Color shaders. Looks bright and garish with that one. Yeah, I know. I could do that, but I'm already like halfway through the game. I might do that when I do Zero Mission. Maybe. I don't know. I quite like the bright colors. It makes it pop more. I think it looks nicer like that. Oh, hey, Jagoth. You fucking hate Twitch? Join the club. Anyway, you've been to this data room before. Show you where it is. Yep. Been here before. The objective clear? Yes, it is. There it is. Knew it was around here somewhere. One of the first games I picked up after I discovered those shades, it looks much better. Yeah, well, it is what it is, yeah. I'm not that worried. So Jagoth, last night I tried to watch a friend draw, it kept stopping the buffer. Just now Twitch had a network error and forced me to close the tab, so I could just watch the stream. Yeah, Twitch is not good. But then I don't know any streaming service that's like really good like that. So, you know. It's one of those things, unfortunately. Power bombs. Feels good. Feels good. There you. Okay, where are we going? Actually, wasn't there a... No, I got that one. What the hell am I doing? Ugh. See, this is my point where I say I'm half asleep right now. Oh yes, don't we get the right behind me. Shh, we're fine. Hey. Come on, jump off the thing. There's something up here too. Yes, there was. Good, I'm glad I remembered that. One of YouTube's problems, I never had issues switching a stream on them. True, I guess. True. Okay, let's go this way. I've kind of got to. This is the only Metroid that gives you something to do with the power bombs, other than backtracking. Is that true? That's probably true. There it is. That's not gonna be good. Nope. Or is it the wrong place? There. That's probably wrong. Nope. God damn it. Always hated this puzzle. No, you don't. Always remember that bit. Typically, you get them at the very... Yeah, a lot of Metroid games like to give you power bombs towards the end. Even then, they are, of course, of questionable use, I guess. go. Good job she can climb a ladder with that arm cannon attached. Always wondered how the hell she does that. I'm sure there is a perfectly sound explanation and... Do you fucking mind? Okay, now if memory serves, the power's about to go out. Samus, return to your ship. I have important information. Yeah, I know where it is, thanks. Right, let's go. It's fine, look at the way I'm glowing. We can power up the ship by putting me on a treadmill. Dun dun dun. Of course, that's technically explained in Samus Returns, which is, I always thought, quite clever. Nice. Whoop. Yeah, sure. I'm here, right? The main silo of the reactor core has gone offline. That's why all the elevators and station systems are down. Elevators and hatches won't work. This doesn't bode well. If you can get to this point, you may be able to start the auxiliary power systems. Then we can figure out why the main silo went offline. Is your objective clear? Yes. By the way, I asked you to return here to tell you, some strange creatures have boarded your ship. I confirmed they were not ex-hosts and gave them a birth. You know anything about these strange creatures? Were they the source of the healthy biosign earlier? Very well then. Their presence in the midst of this disaster must have some significance. I will keep them here. I wonder if they're going to be in 5. Because they could. They could very easily be in 5. And down. Alright, hello. And you just get a random free energy tank. Because I guess the game isn't that cruel. Wasn't it from underneath? Okay. I remember this boss kept kicking my ass the first time I tried to beat him. He's a tricky boss if you don't know what you're doing. Whoop, oh hello. Then again, I suppose even if you do. Damn it. Bugger off. That point already, are we? Hold still. Boom. Space jump. Now we have yet another game to learn the timing of the space jumping. There it is. Power's on. Save rooms and recharge rooms now back online. With only auxiliary power, no elevators or hatches will work. Without the main silo online, we're still stuck. I believe the source of the problem is the vegetation you saw earlier choking the reactor core components. Is your objective clear? Yes. I have to find the source of those routes to proceed. Thankfully it's less finicky here in Zero Mission than in Super. That is true, because you can somersault mid-air, which means you can save yourself. If you accidentally miss, which is, you know, useful. Screw this. Now we get this moment. Hello. Go, 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 go. That was bad. Almost died there. Which is not really very good. Refill me. Refill my health. Right. Where the hell am I going? Right, I gotta go over to there-ish. I gotta remember how. Because I don't. It's been so friggin' long since I played this game. Okay, that's fine, we'll work it out. Damn it. You need to go through the door, but okay. Hey, that's more like it. Now, if I remember rightly, yes there is. There's a recharge room here, if you need it. Which I kind of did until that guy was lucky enough to drop a red healer on me. I always remember that recharge room because I read a lot of guides for this back in the day, and not a single one of them mentioned that recharge room. It was like a little secret that only I knew about. Come on. Alright, plasma boss time. Ooh, hello. Hey. What the hell? Get off. Get off. Why can I not jump out of here? Why can I not jump out of here? Really, what the fuck's going on? There we go. Oh, Christ. Get me out of here. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why can I not get out? What the fuck was that? Okay, that has never happened to me before. I really am out of practice on this game. Whew. Hey, plasma beam. Oh, should play games when I'm this tired. You know what? Just in case I balls the rest of this up, because I'm just way too out of it today. I'm having a day. Right, okay, hang on. Let's see now. We got that one. We do have those two to get. Can we get those now? We could go get those now. Then again... I think I'm gonna go back to the fucking recharge station again. Hey, there we go. Nice. Double nice. It's almost like I knew what I was doing. Okay, so we got that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. That one, technically there's two there, can't get those ones yet. That's good enough. I say we get out of here before something else happens. I always remember those bugs really, really, really hitting you hard. I don't know why I fell down into the thing, and then it was like, you need to be the morphball to get out of there, but it had been so long since I'd ever done that, I genuinely couldn't friggin' remember. So it just wrecked me. I got through it though. All things considered. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Hang on. There. There it is. And there that is. Hey, look, I'm on the second level. Taking my health to another level, right? Better safe than sorry. I'm not going for a good time anyway. Come on. I think I need to start making a habit out of that. It's funny, if you go back and watch me play this last time, I didn't make a single save. Now I feel like I need to. Whew! What? You've restored plasma beam functionality. Most unexpected. Even so, continue to avoid the sacks. It too may be stronger. And you still lack a few abilities crucial to survival. Wait a second, more trouble. Hold on. I've isolated the cause. There's been an explosion in the ARC data room. Samus, go to Sector 5. Yes it is. Damage is staggering. Find out what's causing it. My guess is it's a giant creature that can manipulate gravity and has a surprisingly gruesome face under a mask for honestly no well-explained reason, really. It's gotten worse. The damage seemed to have been caused by a creature kept here by the researchers, who named it the Nightmare. Apparently it was a biomechanical organism designed for military applications. It possesses uncommon power and can manipulate gravity. You must assume that it has become an ex-host. You have no choice. You must find it and defeat it. Can't confirm the location. Things out of control. Hurry before it destroys the entire station. Alright. We're off to have a nightmare. Yeah, close. Oop. Nice. I like how all the ice rooms have just gone now. It was a nice attention to detail. There it is. Whoop. No, didn't want to do that. That's for later. It was around there somewhere. Ah, screw it. I'll come back for it later. Water. Great. It'll be better once we get the gravity suit. Good enough, I'll take it. Hey, power bomb. I think if memory says this is a recharge room. It is! Yay! I don't need it, but it's here. That is the... oh, that's the save room. While I'm here. Seems like I'm ballsing this up, just in case. Hope for the best, plan for the worst, always save your game. Yeah. Here we go. And we're getting the slowdown. Always do. Come on, come on. Figures. Hi guys. Yay! Gravity suit! Time to go purple. Oh yeah, don't I need... Really never had any issues with slowdown during this fight. Could be a PAL thing. Might be a PAL thing. Could be an emulator thing. I don't remember specifically. I do remember there always being a little bit of slowdown in that fight, but... well, whatever. Hang on, we got... yeah, we should go back to that one I missed earlier. Now the PAL version has more features than we got, like the North American version of this game is the only one without an easy mode. This game doesn't have an easy mode. Does this game? No, this game doesn't have difficulty. You might be thinking of Zero Mission. Zero Mission has difficulty, but Fusion doesn't. They'd read they'd added a PAL mode, an easy mode for PAL and Japanese versions. No, pretty sure this game doesn't have an easy mode. Might just be the Japanese version. That's entirely possible. Follow here. Ow. Non-common for games to add extra features to the PAL version, since you guys tend to get games later than we do. Yeah, or at least used to, sort of back then. These days, you know, games companies try to go for simultaneous worldwide releases, so, you know. And with, like, you know, online patches and updates, that's not as important these days, so... Yeah, I know what you're saying, though. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Alright, let's see. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. Yay! Level 4. In the one case where you guys got a game before us, Pandora's Tower, they did add one thing, a game-breaking glitch. Really? Well, that's not very good, is it? Yes, there was. I think I own Pandora's Tower, but I never got around to playing on it. No particular reason. I just bought it but never played it for, you know, because I guess I was just never in the mood. One of those games I'm never surprised got ported up to a newer version, but maybe it wasn't popular enough to justify it. I don't know, as I say, never played it, so hard to say. So about that one, and that one. Yeah, and then it's... Haven't played it either, but I remember reading that when it came out, it's really easy in the US version to accidentally trigger a bug. It causes the game to crash every time you enter the final area. Ouch! Yeah, that's what you don't want. For obvious reasons. Game-breaking bugs kind of be a no-no. And off we go. I'm just remembering that. No, I wasn't. There we go. I knew there was a way through that. I was like, my brain was saying, no, there's a way through. I love that this game has an Easter egg where you can break the sequence break and get back to navigation without grabbing the diffusion missiles. If you do so, Adam's like, congratulations. I'll get back and do it the proper way. Yeah, I've seen that. I've never gotten it myself. I've never been that good enough with the shine sparking, but I've seen the videos of it online. It's not exactly hard to find. So, yeah, it is one of those sort of... It's one of those sort of secrets that everybody knows these days kind of thing. Right, so how? We went all the way around there. Yeah. Well, actually, I think we can... Is that it? What area 4? Got those ones. That might actually be all the ones in area 4. Oh no, there's still that one down there, which I could get now actually. Can I get that one now? Am I planning to play the new Deltarune chapter when it drops tonight? Probably not. All things considered, because I mean, there's not much point in playing chapter 2 of a game series when you never play chapter 1. So, you know. It'd be like 1 AM. That's not a problem. Me being up at 1 AM is not a problem. Actually, truth be told, I used to be able to be up at 1 AM all the time, not so much these days. I'm getting old. You upgraded your missiles? That's unusual. There's no word from HQ. A procedural error, I'm sure. Even so, I did not approve of bypassing security level 4. From now on, you will use more discretion. In any case, Samus, do you remember the security robot you faced earlier? I believe the X have infected it. That is to say, they have claimed the organic components that form its neural network. It has entered Sector 6. I don't know what it's planning, but let's not wait to find out. Samus, you know what to do. We're all getting old, it's the human condition. Yeah, it's one of those things, like, if you actually stop and think about it, the number of people who are older than you will only ever go down from the moment you're born. But yeah, so I'm not planning to play Deltarune Chapter 2 because I never played Deltarune Chapter 1. And I never played Deltarune Chapter 1 because I never played Undertale. So I don't really see the point. Security robot seems to have gotten much stronger. This worries me. Be careful. We have another problem. Once you're done, leave knock immediately. The SAS is tracking you. Yes. Yes, I'm sure that's totally the only reason why you don't want to stay in Sector 6 any longer than necessary. Is there? No, I'm thinking somewhere else. not going to press you to play Undertale Delta Rune to say that they're very good. Yeah, I'm fully aware that Undertale is like this god level game that everybody fawns over like all the fucking time. I know it's good, I accept that it is good, and I understand that. But that doesn't mean I can't get really annoyed at the fans for essentially, you know, ruining it for me. Because that was the main reason I never played Undertale. Because I wasn't able to get Undertale when it first came out for just general reasons that, you know, I couldn't afford it. I know it's not the most expensive game ever, but, you know, I have the game on a budget, so it's just one of those things. Anyway, yeah, I was never able to get it beforehand, so let's see. Yeah, that's there for later. Oh yeah. So yeah, I was never able to play it sort of early on in its lifespan, and by the time I was able to buy it, it had already passed, I guess, past the point where the internet hadn't ruined it. In fact, I don't know if you follow Toby Fox on Twitter, but in the years since, I have seen a rather infamous tweet he made where he was all like, if you want to play Undertale now, you know, if you want to play Undertale, I suggest you do it now, because past this week, I think the internet is going to ruin it. And they did. And they ruined it. And I more or less know the entire story of Undertale, even though I've never played it, because, you know, the internet doesn't know how to shut the fuck up about something. And so I just never got around to playing Undertale, because I was kind of bitter about that. Because it sounds like the kind of game I'd really like. But it's hard to play a game when it's already been entirely spoiled for you by the internet. You know? But, if you're interested in watching me play Undertale, believe it or not, I actually have that as my bit goal. Gotcha. Delta Rune isn't really a direct sequel, it's more of an alternate universe sort of thing. So far, at least, it's definitely possible to play without playing Undertale first. It's definitely improved gameplay. And again, it's free. I don't know, maybe. I'm
Warning.
not desperately
No
interested.
entry without authorization.
I'll get around to it eventually, I'm sure.
Warning. No entry without authorization.
I'm not saying I'm never gonna play it. I just
Warning.
won't play it
No
anytime
entry
soon.
without authorization.
Ah, that's right. You need the screw down to
Warning.
get through that.
No entry without authorization.
Yes, I get it. I need authorization. Here's your fucking
Warning.
authorization.
No entry without authorization. Warning. No entry without authorization. Warning. No entry without authorization.
But yeah, as I was saying before I got interrupted by the boss, if you want me to play Undertale, it is my bit goal. If you donate bits, or whatever you want to call them, to me, I will eventually play it once I get enough. If you check below the stream in the, I think it's About tab it got moved to, then I can play it there, no worries. Oh look, it's Metroids! What a shocker! Never saw that coming. Well, that don't sound good. You have 0 bits? That's fine, I'm just saying in general, yeah.
Fire alert. This sector will soon be locked down. 60 seconds to isolation lockdown. 50 seconds.
Yeah, I hear you. I think Adam's gonna be a tad pissed. Samus, you shouldn't have done that. You ignored your orders. You may have to pay a price for that quite soon. As you can see, the Federation has been secretly working on a Metroid breeding program. For peaceful applications only, of course. Yes, totally. Absolutely, because nobody could ever use the Metroids for anything other than peaceful applications. Please understand. But perhaps you already knew of this program's existence. Certainly you must have had doubts when you saw Sector 1. SRX, faithful replica of the SR388 ecosystem. Which, again, like I said before, that doesn't actually make sense that would be suspicious, because they've collected creatures from SR388, so you'd want their natural habitat, surely? I mean, yes, okay, Metroids as well, but I don't know. Ideal for raising Alpha, Gamma, Zeta, even Omega Metroids. This research even uncovered techniques for rapid growth. Imagine creating an Omega from a lava Metroid in mere days. But that research is finished. The X has smelled out its natural enemy, and one of these sacks is already on its way here. One? You're saying there's more than one Sax? Don't be so surprised, Samus. You know that the X reproduced by asexual division. Because of this mechanism, there are now no fewer than 10 Sacs aboard. Samus, you must go. Get out. If you stay too long, the Sacs will destroy you. So pony at navigation rooms to uplink with me. I don't know how HQ is going to take this, but you need to report to them immediately. Get going. The real Adam would have said the same thing about that incident, but he would have softened the blow. He was relentless in his criticism, but he always cared. He was not a machine obsessed with duty. No such compassion could exist in that computer. Well, I don't know, if you look at the way he acts in Other M, he's practically a machine obsessed with duty in that too. Right, off we go then. Wait, was that? Oh, it was on that side. Hits. Damn it, let me pass. That worked. Going gold. Alright. Well, we're going to pause here because it's 4 o'clock and I need to go to the bathroom anyway, so good enough for time as any. I'll be back in a couple of minutes, guys. See you in a sec. And we're back. Okay, right. We got a Ridley boss to fight, so let's fight it. Because of course we do. Because every game has a Ridley boss fight, even if it doesn't make any fucking sense. Oh, another bloody save room. Why are the two save rooms that close to each other? I don't know. Convenience, I suppose. Oh yeah, and this is the room with things in it that don't actually do anything. I guess it's there to help you recharge if you need to. Alright. Prepare for another slowdown fight. Pretty sure. Stop screaming. And there be the screw attack. Nice. Very nice. Well, that'll make the rest of the game very easy. You know, I will say, I actually meant to mention this earlier, I completely forgot, of course. I read online, I can't remember where I read it now, it may have been on Twitter, so I do take what I'm about to say with a pinch of salt. They're thinking of, or they are planning to, or something, releasing the Game Boy Advance Castlevania games in like some sort of pack or something, which would be interesting. I don't know if that's true. It's one of those things where you think, that could work, I guess. Just the Game Boy Advance ones, as far as I know. I don't believe they're doing the DS ones as well. Which is kind of a shame, because overall I think the DS games are stronger showings than the Game Boy Advance ones, but personal opinion, of course. Right, where the hell are we? So we need to, I guess, start item collecting. Actually, was it? Hang on. No, it wasn't there. It was somewhere else, isn't it? Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, okay. So I need to, hang on. Go, yeah, I am going the right way. No, I'm not. Not in this particular room, I'm not anyway. Damn it! Tried to do the spin attack and it didn't work. Nice. Of course, that's not the only one we gotta do. Damn it, too slow. Well, this is letting me regenerate my health a bit. Got it. Okay, so we got, let's see, that one. Got those ones. So there's just the 3 in there and then 1 over there. Excellent. Right, now we do the big run around to get all the items and everything. Starting with Sector 3. Because I think this was the route I took. It's very much a thing of, I used to have a perfectly optimized route through this, and I have long since forgotten it. Right, okay, so we got that one. We do need to do that. Got that one. Oh yeah, that's actually something to do. Ooh, now you don't. Okay, so we gotta go, let's see. We do have that one, but we can get that one later. Oh, did I forget that one? Oh, I can grab that one real quick. Yeah. I completely forgot about that one. Ah well. Okay, so we got that one. See that one. We still have that one to get. You always love the ability to just walk through warp lava like that. It's very nice. Get that one randomly hidden in the lava down here. So that's all of that. Yeah, because that rest of the entire that area is clear. This way. Okay, now it's need to remember. missile tank. Very good. Not quite it though, is it? Woo! There's one. There's the other. Nice. That should be it for area 3. So you got that one, that one, that one. Got those ones, that one, that one. Got those two. Yeah, just a couple. Well, I've got to head up to area 5 now, and there's 3 on the way there, but... Not the only one though, is it? Is that the only one in this area? Yes, it is. It's sort of a fake out route to it. There you are. Right, sector 5. Where are we? Okay, so got those ones, got that one, that one. Yep, 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 yep. I think I got most of these. Yes, yes. 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 I think I've got all the ones in this area. So now we just need to worm our way through this sector 4. Whoops. Didn't want to do that. Just double check before I go elsewhere. Got that one. Yeah, I think I got all of them. Memory serves. Yeah. Yeah. Damn it. Didn't get up enough speed. Punch me through there. Like, so I got you. Where is there any I'm missing in this area? Got you, and you. Again, I think I got all of them in this area. I just need to go move on to sector 2, which I think it's probably going to be quicker if I go the top route, because the bottom routes are a little bit sneaky. And the upper route's not too much better, but at least the rooms are more open. At least you can do that. Oh, that's the wrong one. I want the room above that. That was good. Damn it. I did the first one so well. Okay, so I got you. Got you. Got that one, got that one. Got that one, so it's just the two down at the bottom. Because of course it is. You really love the screw attack? It does make a lot of things very trivial. In the best possible way, of course. That way. While I'm here. So satisfying to use, wrecking enemies without even breaking momentum. Yeah, I mean it's not really a surprise that it's the upgrade you get the most, because it is probably the most powerful upgrade. The fact that you can pretty much kill everything in one go, and even some of the enemies that you know do take 2 hits to get, unlike the later games where they introduce that, it still completely fucking wrecks shit. Now we come to my favorite one. I hate this. Shine sparking is always irritating. Got it. Of course, that's not the only one. There are, in fact, 2 in this area. Somewhere around here, isn't it? There it is. Needed to remember. Hey, that went surprisingly well. Considering that's the one I normally fuck up 9 times out of 10. should be it for Sector 2. I think. Okay, so hang on. Yeah, so got. I'm pretty sure that was the only two I was missing. Well, that and the ones at the top of the area, of course. Yeah, that's a lot. Anyway, now we need to go back to Area 4. Oh, that's the wrong way. I want to go the other way. Because that lets me go straight up. Nope, that's the wrong way as well. Extremely irritating, these games don't show you item completion totals until after you've beaten the game. Why is that something you have to unlock? Because it's something they want to incentivize for a second playthrough. It really is of the mentality that, well, no one's going to want to get 100% on their first playthrough. Up! Up! Not do it. Okay, which ones have we got in this area? See, those two are obviously missing that big ass room there. That room, got that. Oh yeah, got that room. Yeah, couldn't get that before. Got those two, that's good. Got that one, that's good. Means I'll have to go down there. Okay. You can run, but you can't hide. Nope, too slow. Good enough. Too slow. Oh, no, that's very off. close. God damn it, get up there. God damn it. Do the other side. Might be the other side. Ah, that might be it. Alright. Alright. Boom. Got it eventually. Damn it. God damn it, come on. You can do this. You've done it before. I got a better idea. Do it the proper way, shall we? That'll work. Okay, so got all those, got that. I think we're good. I think there's only one more left to get. I think. I hope. Well, I got all the energy tanks, that's a start. Looks like I might be missing a missile tank? Am I missing a missile tank somewhere? Oh, I know which missile tank I'm missing. Yeah, I don't actually have that yet. Or I couldn't have accessed it earlier. I remember now, it's the one back on the main deck. Yes, I forgot about that. Woo. You want to balls that one up. Yes, there's a missile tank on the main deck I haven't gotten yet. Samus, we're done here. Leave the rest to the Federation. We should be preparing to evacuate the station. Are you joking? Do they know how dangerous the X are? How quickly they reproduce? The Federation has taken an interest in the X and the Sax. They believe this life form has endless potential applications. This is ridiculous. The X are heartless abominations. What potential could they have? It's not necessary that you understand such matters. The Federation is coming now. You should just leave quietly. This is madness. They won't stand a chance here. The station will devour them. What could possibly be worth the risk? Capturing the Sax, of course. Are you serious? Do they really think they can succeed? It will certainly be difficult. They don't expect your help. They knew you would try to destroy the Sax. That's why they stopped sending you support data. The plasma modifications were ready some time ago. but they withheld it to keep you from engaging this act. Yet, somehow you restored that functionality on your own. They also tried to withhold the fusion missile upgrade, because they didn't want you to go too powerful. But they had already sent it, and you tracked it down. Bravo, Samus. They must cancel this mission. Open a channel to HQ. I won't let this happen. They're already on their way. Fools. As soon as the Federation ships land, the X will overwhelm them and absorb the knowledge and power of their occupants. The X are just waiting for the hunt to begin. And then they'll spread across the universe. Galactic civilization will end. The X hunger for form, knowledge, and power. They mimic these perfectly, but they cannot copy the soul. They're single-minded, instinctively seeking to increase their number. They're a plague. The Federation underestimates their threat. The X must not leave here. Must destroy them all before the Federation arrives. The station has a self-destruction mechanism. I must use it to destroy the X here, and on the planet. I must send them to oblivion. Them, the station, and myself if I have to. Open the hatch. I've been ordered to confine you until the ships arrive. Don't let them do this. Can't you see what will happen, Adam? Adam? Who is Adam? A friend of mine. What would this friend advise you to do now? He would know that the only way to end this is to start the self-destruction cycle. He'd know how important it is. Did this Adam care for you? Would he sit in a safe command room and order you to die? He would understand that some must live and some must die. He knew what it meant. He made that sacrifice once. So, he chose life for you, our fair warrior Samus Aran. Your Adam gave his life so that you might keep yours, for the sake of the universe. How foolish. How dare you? How could you hope to understand the machine? You know that detonating the station in high orbit would not guarantee the complete extinction of the X Parasites, even though the station would be utterly destroyed. You would only be succeeding in removing the one obstacle to the galaxy's ruin, yourself. You would ignore the simple fact and choose death. When Adam decided who would live, he chose incorrectly. If you were to alter the station's orbit, then you might be able to include the planet in the vaporization field of the self-destruction detonation. You would have to start the propulsion in sequence now, before the Federation arrives. Samus, this is your last mission. Go to the operations room and adjust the station's orbit path to intercept SR-388. Then return to your ship and escape. Move quickly and stay alive. That's an order. Any objections, lady? Nope. We're off. So yeah, I know I'm missing one missile tank, which I'm pretty sure, as I said, it's up on the main deck. And it's in a room that you need the power bombs in order to get through. You just don't really go near it until this point in the game, so... I was wondering if I was like, where the hell did I miss a missile tank? And I thought, oh yeah, the main deck, because it's the only area I haven't really been through yet. And the quickest way up would be this way. I do like how you see all the Metroid eggshell kind of things. It's like to foreshadow the upcoming battle. Which makes, of course, a lot of sense. Yay, it was 72. Couldn't quite remember. Alright. So yeah, we got one more missile tank to get, and that should be it. I will say the one sort of annoying thing about Fusion, I mean, you know, in terms of like what you can't do in the first playthrough versus what you can do in the second, the item listing thing is, I can deal with that, but honestly what I really hate is the fact that it actually locks off all the, you know, the areas. That annoys me. Because that way if you want to spend like the latter part of the game item hunting, you can't do it. Like, at all. Game just won't let you. That I do find annoying. Wait, that was a power bomb? Oh, that means I've missed something somewhere else. Ah, that's a problem. What did I miss, and where did I miss it? I think you have to finish the game and reload the save. The door's unlocked. Really? I thought it was... But apparently I missed another item somewhere, and I genuinely don't remember which one. I missed a missile tank somewhere, and I don't know where. I checked out every single bit of the map. I haven't missed any of them. And yet I've only got 245, when I'm definitely supposed to have 250. Which one did I miss? Huh. Well, that's annoying. I'm genuinely, like, I don't know which one I ended up missing. Unfortunately, I can't check the other areas without actually going down into them, and that's a little out of my way. Which one did I miss? I'd have to go back and look at the maps or something to know for certain, because I remember... It's definitely one of the missile ones. I don't know. Huh. Well, that's kind of irritating. I could have sworn it was a... Oh, wait, I know which one it was. Can I get to that? I literally just clocked it. No, I can't. I need to go up there. It's the one up here. The one in the middle bottom bit of that. God damn it. I did this last time as well. I missed one, and then it seals you off, and you can't go back for it, because the game's irritating like that. Fuck. Oh well. Can't be helped now, I guess. How the hell did I forget about that one? I don't know, that was in the last session I did that bit, so... I guess I just forgot about it. Ah well, fuck it. 99% will have to do. Hello. Alright, let's bring this one to an end. I cannot believe I missed that fucking missile tank. Ah!
Propulsion sequence activated. Destination, planet SR-388. Propulsion sequence activated. Destination, planet SR-388.
I don't know why they locked the door to that section. Like, there's no reason for them to do that. Ah well. Fuck it. You know, I did that last time as well. Last time I missed the power bomb upgrade. Ended up with 99% as well. I don't play this game often enough to memorize everything. Is it? Yeah, it's that one. See? Case in point. Well, that don't look good. Hello. It's Sax to the rescue.
2 minutes to destination.
Hello. Stop double hitting me, that's unfair. Stop that. You know, you can move away to dodge those. Yeah, I know, you don't really need to. I mean, you can, but it's not like a requirement. There we go, that was fusion. It'll be interesting to see where Dread picks the threads of this game up. Because, you know, of all the Metroid games, this is the one that's going to closely connect with Dread the most. So it'll be interesting to see. A perfect military mind. Wisdom of Adam Malkovich continued to serve even after death. Until today, I had no idea that the minds of leaders and scientists were frequently uploaded to computers. My incredible reunion with Adam may have saved the universe. But how will the beings of the universe view our resolve? I doubt they will understand what we did. The danger we barely averted. They will hold tribunals and investigations. They will hold us responsible. Adam understood this, and he spoke to me in my anger. Do not worry. One of them will understand. One of them must. I've reflected upon his words, and I see the wisdom in them. We are all bound by our experiences. They're the limits of our consciousness. But, in the end, the human soul will ever reach for the truth. This is what Adam taught me. Just one detail still bothers me. The ship can only be started manually, yet before I faced the Omega Metroid, the ship moved on its own, guided by someone's hand. Is it possible? Adam. Lady, what's troubling you? You wonder how I started the ship? Just think about it. They lent me a hand. Maybe they're going to be revealed to be the secret masterminds behind everything, but probably not. And that was Metroid 4. 99% run because I'm an idiot and forgot one item. Literally, one sodding item. There's always a moment where I'm just so in a rush to get through a section I forget. Oh well. It's not a biggie. If you want to watch me do this with 100% under 2 hours, go back and watch my old YouTube video series. I did it better then. So it'll be interesting to see where Dread Pixie threads up, because, like, in my head, I always remembered I sort of had like a, ooh, what would happen after Metroid 4 theory in my head, and I had this image of like Samus basically being treated as a criminal, and she'd be like living on the fringes of the Galactic Federation and all that stuff, and she'd basically be like one of the bounties she previously would have hunted and having to fight all her former bounty hunter allies and stuff like that. I had a whole game planned out in my head for what I thought the sequel to Fusion would be. Of course, we got Dread now, and by the looks of it, the Federation's still on her side, at least to a point. You know, because the Emmys are clearly and obviously corrupt, even though they're Federation tools. So, I guess she did manage to talk her way out of it. In some way. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we get much like backstory behind all this. We already know the Federation itself is pretty corrupt. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of... I don't know, the Federation itself has always been painted in a very... I guess perfect light, you know? It's always been like, 212. I've done better, but I've done worse. Yeah, the Federation's always been like a very much... well, in a way, it's kind of like the Federation from Star Trek, you know? Especially in, like, the TNG era, where, you know, everything's all perfect, sunshine and rainbows and all that stuff. But, we do know it's got, like, a darker underside to it. Between this game and Other M, I don't trust them at all. Well, Other M isn't canon. Thank fuck. I think, in general... it's the idea that the Galactic Federation is relatively good, but they're basically like any government. You know, like, in general, they will probably do the right thing, but occasionally they'll fuck you over for their ends rather than anything else. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I do hope you have enjoyed this. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!